It was a quiet Tuesday in Willow Creek, the kind of town where everyone knew each other, and the loudest noise most afternoons came from wind rustling through old maple trees lining Main Street. But that day felt different. Officer Hannah Blake sat behind the wheel of her cruiser, sipping lukewarm coffee and scrolling through dispatch updates. Her partner, Titan, a highly trained Belgian Malinois K9, sat at attention in the back, alert and ready. Titan wasn't just any police dog, he was one of the best in the county. He had served in more than 50 successful operations, taken down criminals, sniffed out hidden narcotics, and even comforted victims in their worst moments. At 3:47 p.m., a call came through. "Possible intruder near the restricted zone by the old military facility," said the dispatcher. "Elderly male, unknown intent, possibly armed. Proceed with caution." Hannah raised an eyebrow. That area had been shut down years ago. Overgrown grass, rusting gates, and faded "no trespassing" signs were all that remained. Still, protocol was protocol. "We're en route," she replied. As they neared the site, Hannah could already see a small group of people forming at the edge of the road. She slowed the cruiser and stepped out, hand resting on her sidearm. Standing near the fence was an older man, late 70s, thin, wearing a worn army jacket and faded jeans. He wasn't threatening. In fact, he looked lost. One hand clutched the fence tightly, the other hung limply by his side. His lips moved slightly, as if he were whispering to the wind. Hannah approached carefully, signaling for Titan to stay put. "Sir?" she called. "Are you okay? You're on restricted government property." The man didn't turn, didn't flinch. She tried again, louder. "Sir, I need you to step back from the fence. Now." Still no reaction. Behind her, Titan barked. Once. A low, questioning bark. Not his usual alert. Something was off. "Easy, Titan," Hannah said over her shoulder. "Stay." But Titan didn't stay. He whined. His entire posture changed. His tail dropped, ears tilted back, not in fear, but in familiarity. The old man turned slowly and looked straight at Titan. For a long moment, neither moved. Then the man whispered, "Valor?" Titan's ears perked. Is it really you, boy?" Titan barked again, softly this time, and nudged the cruiser's door with his nose. Hannah was frozen. "Wait, what did you just say?" The man stepped forward, tears brimming in his eyes. "Valor. That's his real name. I raised him from a pup. We were deployed together. Afghanistan. He was my partner. He saved my life more times than I can count." Hannah's breath caught. "His name is Titan. He's been with me 3 years. I got him from the military program. Are you saying—" "I'm saying that dog is the reason I'm still breathing. But after I was injured in an IED blast, I was sent home. They told me Valor would stay in service. I never got to say goodbye." Titan couldn't wait any longer. He pawed the door, whining until Hannah opened it. Then he bolted toward the man, not with aggression, but with unmistakable joy. He didn't jump. He didn't bark. He simply buried his head in the man's chest, whining like a child finding his long-lost parent. The crowd gasped. Phones came out. People began to cry. James Patterson dropped to his knees. "You remember me. You really remember." Hannah knelt beside them, tears filling her eyes. "I've never seen him like this. Not once. Not even with me." James looked up. "Some bonds don't fade, officer. They just wait." Later, at the police station, Hannah dug through Titan's files. James sat across from her, sipping coffee with shaking hands. "I spent years looking for him," James said. "I wrote letters, sent emails. I even drove to bases across the country. Nothing. I gave up. Until today. Something just pulled me back to that old site. I don't know why. You followed your heart, she said quietly. The department confirmed the truth. Titan's real name had once been Valor. He was transferred to local police service after James was discharged. His identity had been changed as part of the retraining program, and all his previous records were archived. A week later, the department held a press conference. A decision had been made. Titan would officially retire from active duty and be returned to James. When Hannah walked up James's porch with Valor's leash in hand, she smiled through tears. I think he's been waiting to go home. James opened the door, eyes wet. He never left my heart. Valor didn't need to be told. He bolted inside like a pup, running through every room, tail wagging like mad. He jumped onto the couch he hadn't seen in a decade, barking happily. That night, James posted a photo of them together, older, grayer, but side by side once again. The caption read, 10 years, 1 heart. Welcome home, boy. The photo went viral. Thousands commented. Soldiers shared their own stories. Strangers donated to help cover Valor's retirement care. A custom orthopedic dog bed was delivered anonymously. Even Hannah received hundreds of messages thanking her for bringing them back together. She visited them often. On one visit, she asked, "Do you think he remembers everything? The war, the missions, the pain?" James looked at the dog, now peacefully asleep on his lap. He remembers the love. That's all that matters. And so, in a little house on a quiet street, 2 soldiers, 1 man and 1 dog, finally got the peace they both had earned. Together again. Forever.